Hello and welcome back to This Week in Biotech by Biotech Blueprint. Today I'm covering biotech and pharma news from October 24th to October 30th, 2025, which is edition number 76 on Substack. Okay, let's start with the FDA's new biosimilar overhaul, which is a move that could shake up how biologic drugs are priced in the United States. The agency said it will now let companies skip many human comparison studies and instead prove equivalence through lab testing, which trims years of development and saving as much as $100 million per drug. Biosimilars are basically the generic versions of complex biologic medicines. Think cancer antibodies or autoimmune drugs, and they're usually about half the price. But despite that, they still cover less than 10% of drugs losing patent protection this decade. The FDA said that this reform could cut development timelines from 8 years to just 4, and this means faster competition, lower prices for patients, and serious margin pressure on incumbents like Amgen, AbbVie, and Regeneron. Meanwhile, biosimilar makers like Teva, Viatris, and Coherus just got a policy tailwind. Next up is a pharma cage match in the weight loss wars. Novo Nordisk swooped in to steal Metsera's from under Pfizer's nose, launching a $9 billion bid that Metsera's board called superior. The offer includes $56.50 in cash right away and another $21 in potential milestone payments, what's known as contingent value rights, and Pfizer is not thrilled. The company is calling the bid illusory and threatening to sue, saying Novo's structure dodges antitrust rules. Metsera's shares jumped more than 23% on the news, while Novo's slipped a bit. At stake is next-generation obesity drug that could be dosed monthly instead of weekly, which is a direct threat to Novo's own blockbuster Wegovy. Meanwhile, Novartis made its own $12 billion acquisition, buying Avidity Biosciences, which is a muscle-focused RNA company, before its pivotal data even arrives. Novartis' CEO called it an appropriate risk, betting that Avidity's antibody-guided oligonucleotides, or AOCs, can finally crack targeted delivery to muscle tissues. Novartis is paying top dollar now for the chance to own a platform that could transform treatment for diseases like muscular dystrophy and myotonic dystrophy if 2026 trials hit. On the clinical front, BridgeBio pulled off back-to-back phase 3 wins. Its drug for limb-girdle muscular dystrophy restored muscle cell function and cut markers of muscle damage by more than 80%, while a second trial showed near-normal calcium balance in patients with a rare parathyroid disorder. This means 2 registrational wins in just 1 week, and filings are expected next year. Finally, Intellia Therapeutics hit a wall in its gene editing program for transthyretin amyloidosis, a rare fatal protein folding disease. The company paused its pivotal trials after one patient developed severe liver toxicity just weeks after dosing. It's a reminder that while CRISPR holds extraordinary promise, scaling it to hundreds of patients can and has been revealing new safety risks. That's it for this week. There's a lot more you can read on Substack. This is, again, edition number 76. Thank you so much for listening and for reading Biotech Blueprint, as always, and I'll see you next week.